Stop the tape. You're playing the same scene again. That cringe of regret, that wave of shame, that hot burn of I should have known better. You know it well. It's the soundtrack to your procrastination, the anchor on your ambition. You tell yourself you're learning from the past, but the truth is, you're reliving the failure over and over again. You're not an analyst of your history. You're a prisoner of your mistakes. You've convinced yourself that this constant, self-inflicted torment is necessary. That if you stop punishing yourself for that stupid choice, that career disaster, or that failed relationship, you'll lose your conscience and become dangerously reckless. Here is the first brutal truth. Your refusal to let go of past failures is not an act of responsibility. It is an act of emotional self-preservation. You cling to the memory of the failure because it gives you a perfect excuse to remain small and safe today. If you failed spectacularly at that last venture, why risk another? If that last person broke your heart after you opened up, why risk connecting again? Your past failures are not historical markers, they are psychological shields against the terrifying uncertainty of the future. By fixating on what went wrong, you get to avoid the demanding, high-stakes work of making things right now. It's easier to mourn the past than to build the future. Think about how this toxic fixation poisons your relationship dynamics. You are constantly evaluating every new connection through the lens of your last heartbreak. You test them, you push them away, and you look for reasons to doubt them, all because you are terrified of repeating the pain you already carry. Your past failures become preemptive strikes against intimacy. The relationship isn't with the person in front of you, it's with the ghost of the one who hurt you. You demand that the new person carry the emotional baggage of the old one, making genuine, open-hearted connection impossible. You are not looking for a secure partner, you are looking for a guarantee of safety, and no authentic relationship can offer that. You're using the pain of yesterday to sabotage the love of today. The shocking realization you need to confront is that failure is not an identity. It is an event. You are not a failure. You are a person who experienced failure. But you've merged the event with your very being. You've allowed a moment in time to define your lifetime potential. The person who made that mistake was operating with less information, less experience, and less emotional capacity than the person you are right now. To continuously punish your present self for the sins of your less informed past self is not justice, it is psychological cruelty. You are denying yourself the ability to leverage the wisdom gained because you are too busy drowning in the shame of the lesson learned. The small but powerful mindset shift is this. Shift from a mindset of regret to a mindset of data. Stop saying, I regret that mistake. Start saying, that event provided crucial data that I will now apply. Your failure is not a moral flaw, it is unfiltered information about what doesn't work. By reframing the memory as data, you strip it of its emotional power and turn it into a practical tool for growth. The past is a textbook. Stop reading the same chapter over and over and apply the lesson to the current exam.
You heard the truth. Data, not regret. But your mind is fighting back. It loves the drama. It loves the high-stakes narrative of your suffering. You believe that if you just stop feeling the guilt, the memory will vanish and you'll repeat the mistake. This is the second great lie you tell yourself to justify your own paralysis. Guilt is not a guarantee of future competence. It's a symptom of present stagnation. Here is the second brutal truth. You are using the severity of your past failures to justify the mediocrity of your present efforts. The bigger the past mistake, the more permission you give yourself to take minimal, safe steps now. You claim, I can't try that big thing because I remember what happened last time. But what you're really saying is, I'm scared to put in the effort required, so I'll blame my history. This isn't caution, it's learned helplessness. You've trained your brain to associate high effort with high risk of catastrophic failure, and low effort with guaranteed safety. You are sacrificing your growth at the altar of guaranteed emotional security. Let's look at the attraction dynamics of this emotional prison. People are drawn to forward momentum and resilience. They are not drawn to chronic self-pity and constant reflection on past slights or mistakes. When you bring your past failures into every conversation, every date, or every interaction, you are signaling a fundamental lack of self-trust. You are telling the world, I do not trust myself to navigate the future, and that signal is unattractive. A high-value partner doesn't need you to be perfect. They need you to be accountable for the past and committed to the present. Accountability means understanding the data and changing the behavior. Your constant wallowing is the exact opposite. It's using the past to paralyze the present. The shocking realization here is that your shame is not about the past action. It's about your refusal to change the current system that led to it. You haven't truly let go of the failure because you haven't fundamentally altered the internal habits or external environments that caused it. You are still dating the same type of person, still using the same flawed decision-making process, or still operating with the same lack of discipline. The failure keeps haunting you because you keep reenacting the conditions that created it. The ghost isn't just a memory, it's a mirror showing you the parts of your life you haven't had the courage to overhaul yet. The next small, powerful mindset shift is to treat your past failures not as a summary of your life, but as a list of prerequisites for your next success. Before you launch the next venture, write down the 3 biggest mistakes from the last one and define a new, concrete system to prevent each one. Before you commit to a new relationship, write down the 3 core emotional boundaries you violated in the last one and commit to upholding them today. This shifts your focus from the feeling of failure to the function of correction. Stop paying rent for past mistakes in the present moment. Your freedom is an action, not an emotion.
You've analyzed the data. You've defined the corrective actions. Now comes the hard part, the execution. The fear is still there. The voice whispering, "You'll fail again," is loud. You're waiting for the feeling of total confidence before you move. You will wait forever. Here is the final, ultimate truth. Letting go of past failures is not about magically erasing the memory. It's about intentionally overlaying the memory with new, successful, present-day evidence. Your memory is not a passive recording device. It's a living, malleable library. The only way to stop the failure reel from playing is to film a new, powerful sequence of success that your brain has no choice but to prioritize. Your present competence is the antidote to your past regret. Think about the relationship between self-trust and action. Every time you consciously choose the new, difficult corrective behavior, the one that directly addresses the data from your past failure, you are casting a vote for your future self. You are proving, through physical action, that you are no longer the less informed, less disciplined person who made the mistake. This consistent, small-scale action is the only way to build the self-trust required to silence the voice of regret. You don't argue with the voice. You outperform it. The most shocking insight you will ever receive is that the people who succeed are not the ones who fear failure less. They are the ones who utilize failure better. They see failure not as a period, but as a comma. They understand that every single great accomplishment in history is built on a massive pile of discarded failed attempts. Your failures are your tuition payments for mastery. They are not a sign that you should stop. They are proof that you are actively engaging in the process of becoming exceptional. The final mindset shift is the ultimate declaration of self-mastery. Embrace the imperfect action. Stop waiting for the moment when you feel ready, when the plan is perfect, or when the memory of the past no longer hurts. Accept that the fear will be there, the doubt will be there, and the memory of the failure will be there, and choose to act in defiance of all 3. Your power lies not in being perfect, but in being resilient. The only way to let go of the past is to make the present so vibrant, so focused, and so successful that the past becomes boring.